Hello friends, welcome in today's session. Today we will discuss that division method of squares and square roots. Right? Two methods to find square root of the numbers we have already discussed in our previous videos. The method was first method was that repeated subtraction method, and second was prime factorization method, and third method today that we will discuss it is division method to find square root of the numbers. Right? There were two limitations for the previous two methods. Limitations was there. That's why this division method introduced. What was the limitation? Limitation was in repeated subtraction method we are unable to find square root of non-perfect number. This was the first one. And second one was that if our number is too big, too large, then the steps that we write there, they will also increase, they will also very large. So in that case, that method, that repeated subtraction method was not sufficient or not effective. So second method, prime factorization method, there was one limitations of that method. The limitation was we are unable to find square root of the number which is non-perfect. Right? So to overcome these two methods of their limitations, new method, that is division method, introduced. With the help of this method we can find square root of any of the number. Doesn't matter it is a square number or not a square number. Right? So first, through one example, I will explain you how we can find square root by using this division method. So let's start. So I am taking here one number, small number I am taking here for example to make you understand. 64 I am taking. Right? So 64, how we can find that square root of this 64? So write 64 here, and since it is a division method, it means we need to divide it. The very first rule of this method is we have to make group. Right? How to make group? This is my right hand, this is my left hand. We have to make groups from right to left. Group means a pair of two numbers. So 64, since we know that there are only two digits, that's why on 64 is only a single pair here. Right? Now what to do? Now the second thing, that you have to find nearest square of this 64. Whose square is just near to 64? You need to find it. We know that square of 7 is 49, square of 8 is 64, square of 9 is 81. So you can see here 84, exactly we know that square of 8 is 84. So we should write here 8, and 8 times, since we are dividing it, if you multiply 8 into it, we have here 64. And this 8 we have to write here also for the further proceeding. But in here, this case, we know that in division we need to subtract once we divide any number. So here if we subtract, we will have 0 here. 0 means here our process ends. So we can say that square root of 64 is 8. Hope you understand. This is very simple thing. Two digits I have taken here. Now I am discussing this method for the 3-digit number. Right? I am taking a 3-digit number now to make you understand very well. So I am taking here now 3-digit number, that is 529, that is 529, and we have to find square root by division method. So let's start how we can find square root. First we need to write it in the division format. Now the very first thing that I explained just before, we have to make groups of two digits together, starting from right to left. So this is first group of 29, and now second group. Since you can see here only single digit is here, no need to worry, we can put here 0 to make group. We know that if we write 0 just before any number, the meaning of number doesn't change. So we can write it 05 in the first group, 29 means 29 in the second group. Now concentrate only on first group, that is 05 or simply 5. Now what to do? We have to find just a near square of whose square is just near to 5. So start from 1, square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9. Now you can see here square of 2 is near to 5. Since square of 2 is 4 and it is near to 5, so it means we can divide it by 2. We can't divide it by 3 because square of 3 is 9 and 9 is greater than this 5. Also we can't divide it by 1 because 1 is very short than this 5. So we need to divide it by 2, means square of 2 is near to this 5. So 2 we have to write here also, 2 2s are 4 we can write here, and as the method says we have to write this 2 here also, right? You have to remember this step. Now let's start next. What to do now? We have to now subtract. What will come here when we subtract 4 from 5? 1 we have. And what to do here? We have to add these two. 2 and 2 we have 4 here. You understand? Now in division we have to shift next digit. But here in this method we have to shift next group. Whole group you have to shift here. That's why we are making groups. We have to shift whole group. So 29 is as a group. So we replace this 29 here. Now we have 129. Right? Now by which number we should multiply it to get 129? 4. First one digit already we have 4. So if 4 already we have here, if we put 2 here and we should multiply it by 2, what we have here? 2 2 ja 4, 2 2 ja 8, 84, and 84 is too short than 129. So let's take next number. So 3 we can take here, and 3 also we have to multiply it by 3. So 3 3 ja 9 and 4 3 ja 12. Now you can see if we multiply it by 3, since 4 already we have here, now it becomes 43. So if we multiply 43 by 3, we have 129. It means 43 and 3, since we are multiplying by 3, that's why we need to write here 3 and 3. And this 3 also we have to write it for the further proceeding. Now if we multiply this 3 with 43, we already calculated here, we have 129. So what is remainder? It is 0. It means our process ends here. So square root of 529, that is 529, is 23. Hope you are understanding this method, and this is very interesting method also, right? Now let's move to your exercise now. Exercise, and first 3 exercises, 6.1, 6.2 and 6.3 we have discussed here. Most of the questions I have discussed here, right? Still, if you are finding any problem anywhere, you can write me in comment. In next video I will solve all your queries, all your doubts I will clear there, right? So 6.4 now we will start here. First question I am taking from your textbook, that is NCERT book. The question is, find the square root of each of following numbers by division method. In this exercise is based on this division method only. So very first question is, find, so many questions are there. There are about 12 questions. So you have to find square root of each and every number by using that division method. So first question I am taking here, first part. Question is 2304. That is 2304. We have to find a square root of this number. So let's start how we can do. Very first thing what I explained you need to make groups. Groups you can make right to left. So this is first group of 0 and 4 and this is second group of 3 and 2. So first group is 23 and second group is 04, that is 4. Right? Now the second thing that you must remember, you need to find whose square, the number whose square near to 23. So you can see here, square of 4 we have 16, square of 5 we have 25. If you take 5, square of 5 is 25. 25 is bigger than 23. So we have to take square of 4, which is 16 and it is less than 23. Right? So 4 we can write here, 4 also we can write here. Now 4 is 16 we can write here. And this 4 we have to write here also. Don't forget it. Now what to do? We have to subtract now. What will come when we subtract 16 from 23? What will come? So it will be 7. 16 plus 7, 23. Now here we have to add this 4 and 4 and we have 8 here. Right? Hope you understand. Now next step, you have to shift this next group downside. What is next group? 0 and 4. Both the digits you have to place there. Don't write only 4. Since group is 0, 4, you have to write both the digits. It has now significant here. If you are writing only 7 and 4, it is 74. If you are writing 2 digits, then it is 704. There is difference between 74 and 704. So 704 means 704 we have. Now by which number we should multiply to get 704? You can think it, 4 is the unit digit. It means it may be, you need to find whose square unit digit 4 comes. In the square of 2 we have 4, right? In the square of that 8 we have 4. So square of 2 is 4, square of 8 we have 64. Unit digit in both the cases 4. And since we have 4 here, it means we can try 2 or 8. If we write here 2 just near to 8, it becomes 82. And if you multiply 82 by 2, what we have here? 164 we have. 164 is very less than 74. So we can't take 2. Our problem is not solved by 2. So if we write it 8 already we have, and we write 8 just near to 8, it becomes 88 now. If we multiply 88 by 8, now let's check what we have. 8 8 is 16, 6 carry is 1. 8 8 is 16, 8 8 is 64, 8 8 is 64, carry is 6. Now 8 8 is 64, 64 and 6, 70. So what we have? 704, and already we have 704. It means we need to take here 8, here also 8, and here also 8. Now if we multiply this 8 with 88, we have 704 or 704. and remainder is 0. Our process ends here. So square root of 2304 is 48. Hope you understand. And you can check it also if you find square of 48, what you have. Shortcuts, tricks I have already explained to you. Within seconds you can find whether your answer is right or wrong. Right? So what was the method? Let's recall here what to do. Square of 4 is 16, square of 8 is 64, and 4 and multiply 4 with 8, 8 for 32 and 2 64. We have to write in just leaving unit digit, and now add 4, 10, 0 carries 1, 3 and 2. You can check here like this. Within seconds you can find whether your answer is right or wrong. This is very smart trick to check answer is right or wrong. Hope you understand, guys. 2-3 more examples I am taking from your book. Your questions I am taking. That question number, now second part I am taking here. 4, 4, 8, 9. And we have to find square root of 4, 4 and 8, 9. So we have to write here 4, 4, 8, 9. What to do now? Very first thing, you need to make groups, and groups you can make from right to left. So first group, then this is second group. 44 is first group, 89 is second group. Now what to do in next? You have to find the number whose square is near to 44. Right? Now you should learn square, at least you should learn squares of till 1 to 10. If you know squares of 1 to 10, you can easily find out whose square is near to 44. Right? See, square of 6 is 36. Square of 7 is 49. So it means 6 we can take as 6. Square of 6 is near to 44. So 6 we can take here, 6 we can write here, and 6 also we can write here. Now 6 is a 36. Here we can add, here we can subtract. Now what will come when we subtract 36 from 44? Here is 14, 14 minus 8, 6, 8 we have, and here 0 we have. So 8 we have only. And after adding 6 with 6, we have 12. Now what is second step? We have to shift second group. It is 89. Right? Now 12 already we have here. We have to put one digit here, and that whose product will give 8, 8, 9. You have to search that digit. The very simple trick is, see, last digit, that is 9. Now you just recall it, in whose square unit digit 9 comes. So square of 3 we have 9. Square of 3 only we have 9. It means we need to put 3 here. And there are other numbers also. 7. Square of 7 we have 49. 2 numbers are only there. So if we 12 we already have. If we put 3 here, and if you multiply this by 3, 3 3 are 9, 3 2 are 6, 3 1 are 3. We have 3 6 9. This is 2 short than 8 8 9. So let's check for 7 now. 1 2 already we have, put 7 here, multiply by 7. 7 7 are 49. Carry is 4. 7 2 are 14. 14 and 4 18. 8. Carry is 1. 7 1 are 7 and 1 8. So you can see 889 we have. It means we have to take 7 here, and here also 7, and here also 7. So if you multiply 7 with 127, we have 889. Just we multiplied here. So after subtraction we have 0. So square root of 4489 is 67. Hope you understand. This method is very interesting. 12 questions are in total there. Now I request you, please have a look on all these questions and try to solve these questions by your own. Right? Very interesting method is this, and hope I know that you all, most of you, know this method, and please try to solve these remaining questions. I am that leaving all these questions now for you, right? You practice by yourself. If any doubt is there, any problem you have, write me in comment section. In next video I will solve your problem and queries. Right? Now second question we will discuss today. Second question is find the number of digits. This is very interesting question. Number of digits in the square root of each of the following numbers without any calculation. Without calculation. Without calculation means no need to find square root. You just check in the square root of this 64 how many digits are there. You have to just check it. So there is a rule, there is a formula for this one. If digits of the number are even, so you have to write, I am writing here, since digits are two digits are there, that is even. Means even number of digits are there. If digits are even, then formula is there, number of digits in square root equals to n by 2. This is a very simple and interesting method. If numbers of digits are even, here you can see two digits are there, 4 and 6. So 2, you know that 2 is an even number. So we can use this formula to find square root, digits in the square root. What is n here? N is number of digit here. So how many digits we have? 2 we have. So value of n is 2. So 2 by 2, 1. It means if we find square root of 64, the answer will come in single digit. And we know that square root of 64 is 8, and 8 is a single digit number. Hope you understand. Right? Now second question. Second part of this same second question. Second part is 144. Now number of digits 3, and we know that 3 is an odd number. So number of digits in square root. If odd digits are there, then the formula will be n plus 1 by 2. Hope you understand. N plus 1 by 2. Now what is n? N is 3. So 3 plus 1 by 2, that is 4 by 2, that is 2. It means in this number, if we find square root, the number that we'll get, it will have 2 digits, and you can see 144. This is the square of 12. It means square root of 144 is 12, and in 12 we have 2 digits, 1 and 2. That's why 2 is coming here. Hope you understand. So 2 formula we can use here. If digits are even, then n by 2, and if digits are odd, then n plus 1 by 2. With this method we can easily find number of digits in the square root. Right? Hope you understand, guys. And one more part I want to solve here. This is fifth part. The number is, big number is given here, 390625, and you have to find how many digits will come in the square root of this number. No need to find square root of this big number. This will be very, very complicated. No need to find, just apply formula there. So you write here number of digits first. How many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 means this is even. 6 is even number. So number of digits in square root. Formula is n by 2. That is 6 by 2. That is 3. It means if you find square root of this number, you will get 3 digits in that number. Hope you understand. Now, in today's class, what we discussed today the division method to find square root of the numbers, very first thing, and second, how we can find without finding square root, the square root of number, how many digits it will have. So two things today we learned. Hope you understand both the concepts, right? Some questions I am leaving on you. Question number first, there are 12 parts, 3-4 parts I solved here. Rest of the parts you please try to solve by your own, right? And in second question, 2-3 part I solved here. Rest 2 parts you have to do by your own. If any problem is there, you let me write. I will wait for your question, your problem, and in next video I will explain, I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you so much.